Local 7 and 103.7 WTIB present Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton. News, sports, and community information, and everything that's going on around town. Now, with Talk of the Town, here's your host, Henry Hinton.
Okay, hour number 2 of Talk of the Town here for Monday morning, February 24th. Welcome in, everybody. Nice to have you here. During the news break, I slipped out front and had a cup of coffee, poured another cup of coffee there, and walked outside and felt the sunshine beating down on my face. Nice. I've always, we live in North Carolina because of this weather, don't we? Mm-hmm. Well, some of us do. Some of us live here just because we live here, but a lot of people move here because of the unbelievable weather that we have here, and this has been a brutal winter for us.
Yeah.
And so, and there's talk about another system coming in next week. Have you heard Jim or anybody at the station talk about that? Carl?
Yeah, Jim's saying this isn't going to be a severe,
really?
winter weather event by any means.
There's some site on the internet. And I saw it on Facebook this morning. Let's see if I can find it. There's some site where there is a meteorologist somewhere. And I tried to look at the site to see if it had any credibility, because it's something like the weatherplace.com or something like that. Have you seen it, McGee?
I have not heard
Where this
about
guy
that.
is saying that there's going to be, the first week of March, we're going to have another huge snow system come through. You're not buying it?
I don't know if I'm buying that.
See, I don't think that they can accurately predict the weather that far in advance.
That's forecasting really far out, and there's a lot of terrain to cover before it gets to the east.
Yeah.
I would not rule out the temperatures getting a little bit cooler and being colder.
That's exactly what Jim was saying this morning too. He said, we're still in February, so don't be surprised that don't pack up sweaters and boots and stuff right now. But
snowfall,
nothing this week at least.
Yeah, I agree. Brock Letchworth from the Pitt County Schools main office is going to be calling us here in a few minutes, and we're going to get the word from the horse's mouth on this huge controversy that's erupted about substitute teachers in Pitt County, who were told last week they received an email from the county office saying that if you're a substitute teacher, that you will, and a lot of these substitute teachers most of them work 5 days a week, don't they, McGee?
Mm-hmm. I would think most of them do.
They move from school to school?
Yeah, you might not be at the same school 5 days a week, but you would likely get a call every day during the week.
So they're going to be disallowed to work more than 3 days per week because of Obamacare. Another casualty of Obamacare, people who are putting food on the table for their children and making a living as a substitute teacher, they're basically going to have to go find something else to do. And the other thing that hits me, McGee, is what are they going to do for substitute teachers?
Yeah,
right. If they're disallowed, are there that many substitutes out there? You think?
I think there are quite a few, but there's so many times where a substitute is needed, and it might just be for one block. It might not be the entire day, but there wasn't one day where I didn't get a call. And I was getting calls weeks in advance to go and prepare for the next week. So I had a full schedule 5 days a week.
So Brock Letchworth, who is the spokesperson for the superintendent's office here in Pitt County, is going to be on the phone with us. We're going to confirm what we've been hearing about this from school teachers across Pitt County, and we're going to be talking to him on the telephone here in just a couple of minutes. Also, this hour, a little update from the local Boy Scouts. The Scout CEO of the Scouts in Eastern North Carolina, my friend Ray Franks, is going to stop by. And they got a lot of things going on. They got a big breakfast coming up at the Hilton next week. I think my friend Doyle Parrish spoke to their group yesterday, who is a fellow board member on the UNC Board of Governors, and terrific guy who owns hotels all across North Carolina. And they've also got a big event coming up honoring Judge Rusty Duke here in Greenville. He's going to be named the Greenville Distinguished Citizen for the Boy Scouts, and so we'll be talking about all that with Ray. And others when we get them in here. Also this hour, a chance for you to win. One of our final chances for you to win a ticket to Home Fest this Saturday and qualify to win the Dream Kitchen giveaway, the Dream Kitchen makeover for your kitchen. We'll be doing 2 per show for the rest of this week. Tom and Sadie will be doing one in the afternoons. You can register to win at the participating businesses in the Dream Kitchen giveaway. And, of course, the big drawing will be this Saturday at 4 o'clock as we present Home Fest 14 this coming Saturday. So I don't know what your plans are for Saturday, but show will open at 9 o'clock at the at the Convention Center, and we'll be there till 5 o'clock, and the kitchen will be given away at 4 o'clock.
I think speaking of teachers, the vote tonight in Beaufort County, I think it's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing with that.
It's going to be very big, yeah. We had a lot of feedback on this, and it wasn't just, teachers talking to us, that we're spouses of teachers, even some parents saying, when do they get time?
So the deal is teachers would be required to go for 7 consecutive Saturdays.
7 consecutive. That's the
why
proposal.
is that? What's the reason for that?
They're saying they already had the February 17th and March 31st were days on the calendar that they were scheduled for, to use makeup days, but they need more in order to have teachers working the number of days that they'd be paid for the year. And now they're making these days something, 8:30 in the morning to I believe 12:30 in the afternoon is what's counted.
So yeah, just about a 4 hour.
As the day. Yeah. Which would be, how much time outside of a classroom they would be working or how much time they lost on those snow days. But they said if you decide you want to take it off, then it counts as, a day that you're taking off.
I got a text from somebody saying it'd be interesting to know if all other salaried state employees besides teachers are making up snow days. They should take into consideration all the extra after-school time teachers already put in without extra pay throughout the year. So, again, school teachers may be feeling they're being targeted here and treated differently.
It's maybe a question we might want to pose with, say, like the Highway Patrol today. What are you doing when you had, it was all hands on deck, and then everybody had to go back to typical 12-hour shifts after that, I
bet the Highway Patrol gets paid extra.
I wonder.
Bet they get paid. I bet they do. I don't know. It's a good question.
Well, we're talking about a requirement, too, of having to get in days.
That's a good point, too, is who is required to have the days.
Employees aren't required, I think, to have to get in a certain number of days in their calendar year.
Sure.
Here's another email on the substitute teacher situation. Henry, if the substitute teachers teach full-time hours, the state is required to provide benefits, which would also include medical benefits. That's the whole issue. Full-time hours equal full-time employee in the state eyes. Pitt Community College has gotten caught in this issue in the past as well. Well, yeah, but it's also the new mandate from Obamacare that if someone works 30 hours or more anywhere, that they are required to put them on their health insurance plan. That's the plan. Let's get a break. When we come back, Brock Letchworth from Pitt County Schools is going to be on the telephone with us. We're going to delve into this. This is going to be a big issue. It's getting national attention, by the way, what's happening with Pitt County Schools and the substitute teachers. Obamacare, another disaster created by Obamacare. We'll be back and talk to Brock Letchworth from Pitt County Schools about that right after this.
Home Fest 14 is coming up on March 1st at the Greenville Convention Center, and we have Don, who's with U.S. Home Exteriors, who was also in the show last year. So, Don, tell us what you can, those that are coming to the show can see at U.S. Home Exteriors booth.
Oh boy, we're going to have some great windows to show people, and an energy blanket that they can put in their attic that will guarantee you'll save them 25% on their heating and cooling bills. And we're celebrating our 10th year in business, first full year here in Eastern North Carolina, so we're going to have some really great specials going on.
Well, it was a big show last year, so we hope a lot of people will come out again and go to the booth at U.S. Home Exteriors. So come out on March 1st. You can see Don with U.S. Home Exteriors and their staff that they'll have there. So see you on March 1st at the Greenville Convention Center.
Tax time is new car time at Greenville Toyota. Bring us your tax refund and we'll match your refund up to $4,000 towards a new Toyota. That's right, if you've got a refund, you've got a down payment and we'll match it up to $4,000. Your $4,000 becomes $8,000 with the Greenville Toyota match. Need credit? Come see us. Our goal is 100% credit approval. And who will give you more for your trade? Guaranteed? Greenville Toyota. Plus, with the Greenville Toyota Advantage, you save money and time. Use your tax refund as your down payment because tax time is new car time at Greenville Toyota.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
Join the Pirates this season as baseball and softball swing for the fences in their last CUSA season. An action-packed baseball season ticket starts at $100 and features Ohio State plus in-state rivals NC State and North Carolina. Your $30 softball season ticket includes 7 series and is the best deal in town. Order your season ticket today by calling 800-DIAL-ECU or visit ECUPirates.com. Join us at the ballpark this spring at ECU.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Okay, Carly Swain with WITN News Headlines coming up just a second. Also, your chance to win this morning in the Home Fest contest and qualify to win the kitchen. And also an update from our local Boy Scouts folks coming up here this morning as well. And Talk of the Town at 16 after 8 o'clock. To the telephone right now, though, and the Public Information Officer for Pitt County Schools, Brock Letchworth, joins us on the phone. Good morning, Brock. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well. Hope you are.
I'm doing great. Thanks for letting us pick your brain some this morning. This news broke last week about substitute teachers. It's already getting national attention. I suspect you're going to get a lot of attention on this week. And let me just ask you to it's Brock Letchworth, guys, not Brian. They got your name wrong on the TV screen.
Unless you've got complaints, you can send those to Brian, please.
I think you're going to get a lot of them this week, actually. The news broke last week. The email was sent out from from the superintendent's office to all substitute teachers in Pitt County that said that they would be allowed to work no more than 3 days per week. Can you confirm that email was sent from the superintendent's office?
Yeah, our HR department sent that out to folks. It's 90 hours per month, which is the equivalent of about 3 days a week. Yes. That is correct.
And the reason, is the reason actually because of the new Obamacare laws?
Yeah, the Affordable Care Act is, as I'm sure you're familiar with, it's kind of put a lot of businesses, school systems, everyone in a bind in terms of by changing the definition of a full-time employee. And, we had to go back and look at by definition now folks who are over 30 hours a week we're required to offer them health insurance or pay penalties. And when we went back and looked at it, we had about 200 of our 600 available substitutes who were fitting into that category. So you're talking about significant penalties or a significant cost for health insurance, and we don't run a real lavish budget here at Pitt County Schools, and that's a lot of money that would cause some difficult decisions to be made in terms of what gets cut to accommodate that.
Do you know how much money? Are we talking millions of dollars if all of these substitutes were put on the health insurance?
If we were to pick up health insurance for all of them, you'd be looking at all of those who were. Now, this is just the 200 who were averaging more than 30 hours per week. You're looking at about $1.1 million.
Hmm.
Potentially that could be. We've got 600 on the list, so if you had it could be more if the potential's there. If folks find out they've got the ability to get free health insurance, then it could be even more than that 1.1 million.
And once again, when you put it in terms of dollars and cents, it becomes an unfunded mandate from the federal government.
It does.
So you have the choice of accepting an unfunded mandate from the federal government, and you've got to go find the $1 million plus to pay for it, or you basically have got to put people out of work, which is what this is essentially going to do. We're hearing from substitute teachers, Brock, that say that I need to work 5 days a week. This is my job. This is what I do, and I'm now being basically put out of work.
And that's the hard part about this is we realize there are some substitutes who work the 5 days a week and essentially work a full work week and depend on that for their livelihood. And then, but then we look at it and again, where are we going to cut to provide the health insurance here? And so it's almost like we're having to pit teachers, full-time teachers and teacher assistants against the substitutes, and they're all valuable in what we do here, but it really puts us in a bad spot.
Are other school systems across the state and the nation, I guess they're all going to wrestle with this, right? I mean, you guys are getting the attention because I think a lot of the substitutes that got this email last week were like taken by surprise by it, but were you guys just one of the first to make people aware of the situation, do you think? Why have you talked to other school systems? I assume they're all going through this as well.
No, many of the other school systems are doing something very similar. One thing that we've done is because of the time frame that we're talking about, we're going back to October of 2013 is where it begins, and we're doing it was recommended to us to use a 12-month measuring period. So from October 2013 to October 2014, well, when we go back and it's retroactive like that, we've got several who have already been averaging well above that 30 hours per week, and that's why we've had to limit the number down to 3 days per week, a 21-hour work week, somewhere around there, to try to balance that. Because as I said, in the long run, if we've got a certain number of folks over those 30 hours per week, I mean, those are penalties we're going to have to pay, or health insurance we're going to have to pay, and we're going to have to find somewhere to get that money.
And McGee and I were talking about this a minute ago as well. He was a substitute teacher and worked 5 days a week. Are you?
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, long time ago.
Back in the 40s. The other issue, I presume you say there's 600 teachers in the system. I presume you're not going to have a shortage of substitutes as a result of this. There's still going to be enough people to cover the need, or do you have some concerns about that?
I think there are certainly concerns. The beauty of subbing is you can kind of pick and choose where and when you want to work, but we still have long-term subs that someone goes out on maternity leave or something like that, and we haven't told those folks you can't serve long-term stints, but we have said that if you're going to fill in for someone long-term, then you're going to have to stagger your working and maybe take that same amount of time off afterward, which I don't know is something that really interests anyone. But what you may end up having if we have the shortage of subs is you've got to start pulling from inside your building. You've got to start pulling support staff. You've got to start pulling teachers who are on their planning period to fill in for these classes that may not have any coverage during the school day. And, I'm sure you've heard quite a bit about how limited amount of time a lot of teachers have throughout the day to get some of the clerical stuff done, the grading papers and things like that, and that could just be even more burdensome on them.
All right, Brock Letchworth from Pitt County Schools. Brock, thanks for dialing in this morning. We appreciate it. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I guess there's only one way it can play out, because you're not going to get any relief from the federal government on it. And
I would just say, if you're talking about the money that we stand to lose here, you're looking at anywhere from about $600,000 to as much as penalties up to $7 million.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Well, I don't. There's no other way to put it. I mean, there are a lot of people who have been making their living as substitute teachers are getting screwed. Yeah. They're just getting screwed. I mean, they're going to be out of work or significantly getting less work, significantly less work, and it's a shame. I mean, that again, this is another part of this disastrous plan that the federal government just didn't think through.
And I, on that note, I would like to say that this is not a Pitt County Schools thing, as you said. This is we did not put this in place. We're having to react to it, and we're having to adjust, what we do for the best interest of our budget as a result of this act.
All right, thank you, my friend.
All right, thank you.
Talk to you soon. Brock Letchworth from Pitt County Schools Public Information Officer. All right, 24 after. Let's get some news headlines. Carly Swain from WITN with the rest of the news this morning. Good morning, Carly.
Good morning, Henry. About 45 degrees at 8:24 on this Monday if you're just stepping outside in Greenville. The work to find a missing woman now turns to an investigation about why she died. Sheriff Danny Heath of Jones County says the search for Bethany Rhodes is over. This after someone found her body around the White Oak River campground area around 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. The sheriff says the death is being investigated as suspicious. Rhodes was last seen February 10th around 5 in the afternoon when she was walking along Highway 17 near the White Oak River campground. The body was said to have been found near the Jones-Onslow County line. Today we are watching for the first court appearance of a man charged with the murder of another man. Morehead City Police charged 26-year-old Stephen Hudson with the murder of 60-year-old Wilbur Blackford. Blackford was found dead in his home on February 1st. He lived in the Glen Grove Mobile Home Park in Morehead City. The autopsy ruled that Blackford died from blunt force trauma. We'll let you know what happens for Hudson a little bit later in court today. And we are also working to find out more about how a local family lost their home and their pet over the weekend in a fire. Martin County officials tell us they got a call to 2643 Robertsonville Products Road, in Martin County Sunday night. That's in the Spring Green area. Firefighters said it took 3 different departments to knock down the flames, both at the home and a small barn. We know the home, 3 vehicles, and the small barn were destroyed in that blaze. And while firefighters said the people home at the time escaped from the fire, they did lose the family cat. No word yet on what caused that blaze. That's a look at your WITN News update on this Monday. Time now 8:25. Henry, back to you.
Okay, thank you much. Let's go over to McGee now and check and see what's happening weather-wise. Looks like temperatures today going to be not quite as warm as over the weekend, but still pretty nice, McGee.
No, but still a good day. And with the sunshine being out, it should still feel fairly warm outside today. A high of 58 degrees, and that should maintain throughout the day. Lows tonight in the mid-30s under clear skies for your Tuesday. A slight chance of an early morning shower with highs in the mid-50s and lows right around 40 degrees for your Tuesday night. Wednesday brings a greater risk of showers, 50% chance in the morning and in the early afternoon, maybe tapering off late afternoon with a high of 46 degrees, so cooling off quite a bit for Wednesday. And for Thursday, partly sunny skies with a high of 49 degrees.
All right, very good. News and weather this hour, a service of Homer Tire and the Homer Tire Real Estate Team. If you are looking to buy a new home, then you certainly want to talk to Homer. But the big thing is if you're looking to sell your home and list it for sale, then that is absolutely the agency you'll want to call. And the telephone number is easy to remember, 758-HOME. It's 758-4663. Homer Tire Realty. These guys are breaking all sorts of records. They were the #1 home seller in Greenville last year and on track to do it again this year. And it's because of all the things they do, and including the Homer Tire Guarantee, which is he'll buy the home from you himself if he doesn't sell it for the price you need and by the deadline you need to get out of it. That's the Homer Tire Guarantee. And, of course, you can fire Homer at any time, pay him nothing, which is another thing that you'll have a hard time convincing your current real estate agency to do, I think. And, they do all the things that you would hope that a real estate agent would do to sell your home and more. You can't believe the technology they use to track all of the prospects to your home. So call Homer, 758-HOME. Visit them online, guaranteedsellnc.com, and tell them you need to sell your home and sell it quickly, and Homer's the guy to get it done for you. 758-HOME. All right, 27 after 8. Sports still to come this morning. Also, another winner in just a few minutes in the giveaway with our big home show coming on Saturday. Saturday from 9 to 5 inside the Greenville Convention Center. It's Home Fest 14 in conjunction with the Greenville Home Builders Association, and somebody's going to win a brand new kitchen remodeling project, a makeover for their kitchen, and I'm going to qualify somebody else this hour to win it, so don't go away. We'll be back. 28 now after 8.
Home Fest Fest 14 is coming up on March 1st at the Greenville Convention Center from 9 to 5. Last year, Aspen Tops was part of the show, and they're coming back this year. Plus, they're one of our Dream Kitchen giveaway sponsors for the granite or marble countertops. So Rodney and Jenny are here, and they're going to tell us what you can see at their booth at Home Fest 14. Hi, guys.
Hey, we fabricate and install granite, quartz, and marble countertops, and at our booth we'll have samples of our material, the different colors, and we'll have displays there and photos of previous jobs we've done. And if you'd like to bring your floor plan in or your cabinet layout, we can do a quick quote for you while you walk around. And just looking forward to being there.
Stop by the Aspen Tops booth at Home Fest 14 on March 1st from 9 to 5.
Welcome to Truck Month at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lease the new 2014 Ram 1500 for just $199 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Come see Eastern North Carolina's largest selection of Jeeps here at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $349 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
Okay, welcome back. Talk of the Town here on Monday morning, 24th day of February. And as we get toward the spring, a lot of interesting things happening. And the Boy Scouts have a lot of things happening. We're going to get a little update now what's going on from the Boy Scouts in Eastern North Carolina from my friend who is the CEO of the Boy Scouts here, Ray Franks. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning. And Bill Daltrich and Doyle Parrish send their thanks to you for what you're doing for us for scouting. We were with them yesterday and had a good day.
You guys had a big event yesterday. My buddy Doyle Parrish, who is from Eastern North Carolina, one of the most successful hoteliers now in the country. He's got hotels all over North Carolina.
He owns 16 Hiltons and Marriotts. He probably owns as many rooms as anyone else in the state. He's an Eagle Scout from Lenore County, and
great guy.
Great guy. He spoke to our Eagle Scouts. We honored our largest Eagle class yesterday, 180 Eagle Scouts, and also some volunteers for a Silver Beaver Award. 2 from Greenville, Sam Mills. A lot of people know Sam Mills, and then Joe Goodson, the second, and then the third was honored for receiving his Eagle Award, and then Joe the first was. Joe the second sponsor. So
good.
Great day for the Goodson family.
Let me also introduce Kwanji Ship, who is the multicultural outreach director for Boy Scouts in Eastern North Carolina. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having us. First of all,
absolutely. It's great to see you. And you've got some things that you're working on that we're going to talk about in a second. But let's focus first on the your big breakfast, which is coming up on, I believe, on March 4th. Is that right?
That's right. March 4th at 7:45. The Chief Scout Executive for the Boy Scouts of America will be here to speak. You can give as little as $35. There's no ticket price. You just come. It's going to be at the Hilton in the ballroom. And if you want to come, we just want to know you're coming. You can either call John Garn, our district director, at 864-9119. You can call the Scout office at 522-1521. Or you can call First Citizens Bank and just ask for Gordon Jethro, who's chairing the event.
All right, and that is March the 4th.
March 4th, 7:45 at the Hilton.
At the Greenville Hilton. And this is the top Scout executive in the country?
That's right, and he's also from Lenore County.
No kidding.
He actually taught me swimming as a kid. And
Really?
then when I went to work for the Boy Scouts in 1975, he sat right next to me. It's really unusual to be able to have the Chief Scout Executive's cell phone number on your phone. You know, it's a unique opportunity for us.
So when you need something, you got connections.
I got connections.
How many Boy Scouts now in Eastern North Carolina?
We serve 9,000 youth right now, and that's in 20 counties. East Carolina Council is bigger than the state of New Jersey, and the average family income is less of that than Mississippi.
Yeah.
So it's a challenging
So
market.
you kind of
to
see
serve.
yourself as the Chris Christie of Boy Scouts? Is that what you mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, let me bring
I haven't closed any bridges lately.
You probably opened some.
Probably so. That's right. Most people don't understand that we have a $50 million plant sitting there on Blunt's Bay. And in fact, today I'm meeting with the economic director in Washington and Beaufort County to work on marketing it. And we're actually getting ready to build a new $600,000 training center. And so we're looking at ways of marketing that in the community.
Good for you. All right, let me bring in Gwanji here. Gwanji Ship is the Multicultural Outreach Director for the Boy Scouts of America in Eastern North Carolina. What kind of things you got going on these days?
Oh, wow. You know what? I just recently moved here, and I tell you what, it's been a whole lot going on.
Where are you from?
I'm originally born and raised from Memphis, Tennessee.
No kidding.
Originally born and raised, but I pretty much moved all over with the Boy Scouts of America, and I'm so grateful to be here in this wonderful city of Greenville. I tell you what, some of the things we've done so far for our multicultural program, my goal is to reach out to those young people, those at-risk, lower-income youth that are in those dark places that no one wants to go to bring our scouting program to them. And one of the things we've done so far is we teamed up with the Boys and Girls Club in Pitt County, and we have after-school programs with these youth. And there's so much on our plate that we have to get done, but our number one goal is to reach out to youth. We actually have a program called STEM. It's a hybrid program with the STEM program. As many people might not know, STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. And then we have our Boy Scout program, which is the traditional Boy Scout program, which is wearing the uniform. The kids get a chance to learn the Boy Scout oath and law. They get a chance to understand leadership skills and responsibility. Now, with the STEM program, we're exposing these young people to science and technology and engineering. These kids that are probably not doing so well in math and science and technology, they get a chance to be exposed to things that they realize, you know what? You're doing math. Oh, I'm doing math. Yeah, you're doing math through fun projects that we're doing for them. So it's very educational. It opens up a lot of doors, but most of all, it sparks that curiosity into them that they want to be able to go into maybe a field of science, maybe want to be an astronaut, maybe want to be a doctor. So we're exposing these kids to these great opportunities.
That's a fabulous program. I mean,
since October, Gwanji's brought 200 kids into the program from at-risk.
So you go into at-risk communities, and I mean, they probably don't even know about Boy Scouts in a lot of ways.
They don't. These are kids who are probably, these are kids that parents come from, are you talking about single home parents?
Right.
There's probably no father in there. If there is a father, he's probably not there with them. So this is an opportunity to take these young men and expose them to some things they probably never get a chance to be exposed to. Many kids all they want to do is play sports. But we want to open up another door and give them another avenue to just expose them to that program. And,
God bless you, man.
It's been really great. I tell you what gives me goosebumps. I literally get excited about this. What gives me goosebumps is when you take these young men and you look into their eyes and you see you're actually doing something for them. These could be our future doctors, our future lawyers. We're giving them opportunity.
Yeah,
you can tell Guanji's not excited about the program.
I tell you what, his enthusiasm is infectious. God bless you, man.
Well, you know, there's a need out there. There's a need, and there's nothing like getting up every morning. I get a chance to wear this uniform, which is a privilege to put on this uniform, and I get a chance to reach out to a lot of young people. So
we raised $160,000 in about less than 3 months to put this program on once we announced it to the community. The United Way here in Pitt County stepped up and gave us $55,000, and then we took another $5,000 from designations, and that kind of got the ball rolling. Then the United Way in Wilson County gave us $12,000. We got $12,000 from Lenore County. Potash Corp gave us $50,000, $2,000 from Little Bank. Our good friends Eddie Smith gave us $10,000 from the program, and just on and on and on. We've received such community support.
And you know, all of us should be supporting those kind of programs.
Right.
You know, again, I say this often. We complain about what's going on in some of the lower income communities, but what are we doing to help with it? And here's a guy who's doing something tangible and bringing these kids to some new way of life and learning, and we ought to be supporting that. So I hope people will step up and help.
Yeah, we did a pilot project last year, this program at Belleville Boys and Girls Club, and we had 20 kids in the program. 16 of them got their STEM award, and we gave it away at the county commissioners meeting, or awarded the STEM awards at the county commissioners meeting in May, and that kind of got the ball rolling. And United Way said, this is so successful, we want to fund more of it.
If we can spark up more youth to educate them and want to graduate, our goal is to get them to that next level. And sometimes it takes a resource or two to push them to that next level. And that's what we're doing.
I bet you're hard to say no to also. when you get in their face, I bet you're hard to say no to, which is a good thing. All right, you got a couple other things coming up you wanted to mention. Some other, I know you got a Farmville banquet. You got your event coming up with Judge Duke.
March 11th, we're honoring David Stowe. David just owned a John Deere dealership there. He's very active in...
This is Farmville.
Right, in Farmville. And he was very active in economic development in Farmville. He was also a Life Scout, and his son was an Eagle Scout. He was an assistant scoutmaster, and Dave was just involved in a lot of things. And that's on March 11 at Rock Springs. And we couldn't do it in Farmville because we think we're going to have such a large crowd. So Rock Springs really isn't that far from Farmville.
Very close, yeah.
Very close. And so
probably as close for people from Farmville to get there as Greenville.
Oh, it probably is, if not closer.
Yeah.
So we launched that event last year. We had the Farmville Distinguished Citizen Dinner and launched it with Jack Ferry, and believe it or not, out of the city of Farmville raised over $30,000.
Wow.
And then we have in April, we have the Wild Game Feast.
That's always a big deal.
Yeah, last year we had 400 people at that, and that's at the fairground, April 10th. It's always a big event. We have over 100 cooks for that.
And that's where you get the wild boar and the quail and the
you name
duck.
It. We have it. Bear, yeah.
You up for that?
I'm up for that. I'm up for that.
I bet you they didn't have that in Memphis. Y'all just had
no, not that.
The wild game feast. By the way, how often if I lived in Memphis, I would eat at the Rendezvous 3 times a week.
That's a great place.
How often did you eat at the Rendezvous? People that live there, they go to Corky's.
They go to Corky's. As a matter of fact, I was going to say Corky's. That's pretty much where I like to go.
Yeah. I do believe that Memphis has the best ribs in the country.
They do.
I'm prone to the old style dry ribs at Rendezvous, but I've noticed that the home folks in Memphis really like Corky's because they got locations all over the city.
They do. I mean,
Rendezvous is kind of a tourist trap. It
is. If you like blues and barbecue, that's the place to be.
Guanji's really worked all around the country. Started off in Washington, D.C., and Then he was in Los Angeles. We found him in Baton Rouge.
In Oklahoma.
No
in
kidding.
Baton Rouge.
So Boy Scouts have taken you everywhere.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
That's
and
great.
It's a great program. And my goal is to one day walk in his footsteps. He's known as the pioneer of scouting. I mean, he's been around for a long time and done a lot of great things in scouting. And
Well, you're in the right spot. He can't last much longer.
Well, you know that we were in the same graduating class at East Carolina.
Oh, I think you're a lot older than I am.
I don't know. I think we have about the same amount of gray hair, Henry.
That was the thing we saw. We were laughing at Steve Logan at the Sportworks banquets on Friday night. Jeff Connors and I were standing. Of course, Jeff's hair is whiter than mine now. Coach Connors, he's got white hair. I got white hair. We were looking over at Logan and we're like, I know he's lying. He's putting something on his hair. He claims it's the Indian blood, but I don't know. All right, and let's talk about the event honoring Judge Rusty Duke.
Right. The distinguished citizen for Greenville this year is going to be Judge Duke, and Judge is an Eagle Scout. He went to Philmont with our past president, Skip Green. And believe it or not, we haven't set that date yet. We're meeting with Phil Hodges and Steve Kiss this week to set that date, but we wanted to get the word out so people will be asking about it. We'll probably announce that date after Thursday morning
So
meeting.
that'd be maybe later in the spring, or?
Yeah, I'm guessing probably April.
Yeah, okay. So the Farmville Distinguished Service Dinner, Distinguished Award for David Stowe, March 11th, the Wild Game Feast, April the 10th, stuff to put on your calendar. But the big event coming up next week on the 4th?
The 4th.
Which is Tuesday, right?
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday morning at the Hilton, a week from tomorrow,
That's right.
7:45 at the Hilton. The national CEO for Boy Scouts will be here.
Yes, and we're really using him that day. He's given us the whole day. He's starting out in Greenville. Then he's off to Jacksonville and speaking at the Jacksonville Country Club for scouting. And then he ends up at Rose Hill in Rocky Mount. And so people have
He's spending the day in Eastern North Carolina. That's
right.
great. Okay.
Anytime he can find something to do in our council, he does it. He's from Kinston. He has family in Kinston.
Where's the national office?
It's in Dallas.
Okay.
And it's it used to be in New Jersey, and Dallas is just much easier to get in and out.
Right. All right, folks, support the Boy Scouts. Find one of these events to be a part of, or write a check to Gwanji's efforts.
Absolutely.
How do you support specifically what Gwanji's doing? What do you?
Again, $55,000 from Pitt United Way.
Yeah.
$50,000 from Potash Corp. $10,000 from Eddie Smith, and Grady White. $2,000 from the Little Bank. $5,000 from Weyerhaeuser. $12,000 from Wilson United Way. And $12,000 from Lenore Green.
So support the United Way would be
absolutely
the best way to help fund what's
It definitely takes money to do what we're doing. All the kids that we're signing for the program, most of these parents aren't paying anything.
Yeah.
And we're giving an opportunity. We do not want money to be an obstacle for parents.
Right.
At all.
Yeah. Good thinking. All right, guys. Well, thanks for all you're doing for scouting and for the community. You guys are doing a great job. And
Thank you.
Ray, you're right. You're a living legend. Gwanji's right about
really
that.
is.
Ray Franks, the CEO for Boy Scouts of America here in Eastern North Carolina, covering, you say 20 counties?
20 counties, yeah.
20 counties. And Gwanji Ship. Gwanji, it's great to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as
Man,
well.
I tell you what, this guy's going places. What a great personality, and I love what you're doing with those kids. So keep it going. God bless you both. All right, we'll take a break and come back. McGee's got sports, and still to come, our final winner today on the show for the Home Fest giveaway. So stand by. You could qualify here in the next 10 minutes to win a brand new kitchen makeover for your house. We'll be right back.
Join us for Home Fest 14, Saturday, March 1st at the Greenville Convention Center. Talk with local home and garden experts and enter to win a $20,000 dream kitchen makeover. Home Fest 14 on Saturday, March 1st from 9 to 5 at the Greenville Convention Center.
Many people in Eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Only Sorry.
Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. I feel like I woke up this morning and I can change the world. I can change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit topdogonline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Is coming up on March 1st at the Greenville Convention Center from 9 to 5. Super excited about the show. One of the reasons is because Ferguson's is going to be there again. And Nancy Ann Beeman, who is a showroom consultant, is here to tell us what you can expect to see at the Ferguson booth at HomeFest 14. Hi, Nancy Ann.
Hey, we're really excited. We're going to have all kinds of things out, from all the greatest lighting looks to your kitchen accessories and kitchen faucets, sinks, all the way to your bathroom, anything you'd need to remodel your bathroom.
So building or remodeling, you can come to Ferguson's and get everything from start to finish of all the appliances, fixtures, and everything.
Yeah.
And you'll see a lot of that at the Home Fest, right?
Yeah, you can sit with us, and from your plumbing package to your lighting package to your appliance package, we help you from start to finish, or work with your contractor.
Great. Come out to HomeFest 14th to see Nancy Ann and everybody from Ferguson's at their booth at the HomeFest 14th on March 1st.
Join us for HomeFest 14 Saturday, March 1st at the Greenville Convention Center. Talk with local home and garden experts and enter to win a $20,000 Dream Kitchen Makeover. HomeFest 14 on Saturday, March 1st from 9 to 5 at the Greenville Convention Center.
Okay, welcome back. 10 minutes in front of 9 o'clock. Good to have the Boy Scout guys in here this morning. Boy, that Gwanji Chip, a dynamic young man, isn't he?
Is.
Doing some
Really
great
is.
stuff with the Boy Scouts. Boy, we need to support what they're doing over there for sure. 10 minutes now in front of 9 o'clock. HomeFest 14 giveaway coming up here in a minute. And sports coming up. We got an email from someone who doesn't want to be identified out of Carteret County this morning, saying that this whole flap with the substitute teachers in Pitt County is not just here, and it's not just substitute teachers. It says the impact affects all part-time employees in the school system, transportation drivers, other county workers like recreation, reserve police officers, reserve firemen, every possible category of service. Almost every HR director in the North Carolina County and municipal arena has had to issue limits to part-time employment hours to keep everybody under 30 hours. So think about that. Think about the economic impact that it's going to. This was one of the and it's not like this is catching the federal government by surprise. This is one of the things that was said. You're going to put people out of work because people are not going to be able to afford to put all the part-time workers that they have on the health insurance plan. And so here it is, government workers. We're talking about county workers, city workers, substitute teachers, people being put out of work now because of Obamacare. This thing has got to be fixed. It's got to be fixed. Interesting email. And you know what? It's working, too. Here, I got this interesting email over the weekend from somehow I got on the moveon.org website. They got on their mailing list. Listen to this email that was sent out to moveon.org members over the weekend. It says, "Dear moveon.org member, we've just reviewed the latest polling on the U.S. Senate races, and it's not good at all. Republicans need just 6 seats to take control, and the latest polls show they're within striking distance of pulling it off. Hallelujah. When people start to understand the impact on their lives, like these substitute teachers are just now, a lot of people who voted for Obama in 2012 are thinking right now, what was I thinking? And the only way to fix it is to get a Republican majority in the Senate, and then maybe something can get done about it. So we'll see. MoveOn.org. Of course, you know what they're really trying to do is scare their members into sending them money. Let's check our sports update with our sports. Here's McGee.
All right, baseball from Sunday afternoon. Number 1 Virginia completed the sweep of East Carolina, closing out the series with a 6-2 win. David LaCroix dealt the loss for the Pirates in that game. Zach Houchins pacing the Pirates offensively, going 2 for 4 on the afternoon. ECU back in action on Wednesday at VCU to close out that 4-game road swing. Pitt Community College improved to 7-0 with a 4-3 and 4-0 win Sunday versus Hartford Community College out of Maryland. Bulldogs traveled to Lenoir on Wednesday. The ECU men's basketball team picking up a win over Rice on Saturday, back in action hosting Charlotte on Thursday. The women an 81-74 setback against UTEP. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the winner at the Daytona 500, and the North Carolina High School State basketball playoffs begin tonight. With most Pitt County teams in action, everyone on the girls' side.
Go North Pitt Panthers.
Farmville Central and the boys' action. Rose, South Central, Conley, Farmville Central, and North Pitt all in action tonight.
Good luck, Coach. You know, the other thing, too, I got an email from my buddy Greg McDade from South Central saying South Central boys and girls are pretty good, too, right? So they're gonna they got a shot this year.
And should mention too that the South Central game will be at 6 o'clock tonight. They host Holly Springs, and Conley will be at 6. They host Riverside.
All right, we got to do our giveaway. Let's get our giveaway in right now. Give us a call. We're going to take caller number 6 right now. 561-8255. 561-8255. Caller number 6. You got a free ticket to Home Fest 14 coming up Saturday at the Convention Center. And you are qualified to win the Dream Kitchen Makeover. Caller number 6 right now, 561-8255. We're going to make somebody a winner right after the break. On location at Vantage South Bank here in Greenville, and I've got 3 friends with me, Shannon Houchins, Ann Cato, and my friend Greg Steele. Going to talk to these ladies about the mortgage lending division here at Vantage South in a moment. But Greg, of course, is the market president for Vantage South, and that's a name that everybody's learning here in Eastern North Carolina, but it's still kind of a new name. Greg, tell us about the transition, how things are going.
Henry, I think things are going very well. In April of last year, we acquired East Carolina Bank, which is a well-known Eastern North Carolina banking organization, and our transition and our merger with them has gone well. We continue to try to first treat customers the way we want to be treated, provide good service, and our bank is large enough that we can offer a wide array of products that hopefully folks can see a benefit to, and we just are enjoying helping the community and being involved in the community as well. So we think it's going well.
And I love working with you guys. It's been a great relationship with our company, so we appreciate it very much. All right, let's talk to Ann and Shannon about the mortgage division here. Ann, you are here in the office here at the corner of Red Banks Road and Arlington Boulevard, and you work on you help people with their mortgages.
That's right. Shannon and I specialize in mortgage lending for the bank. We do loans for purchases, refinance, construction loans. We plan to be at the Home Fest on March 1st to talk with people coming through our booth about those different products.
Looking forward to having you guys as part of Home Fest. And Shannon, you also work with mortgages. Tell us about how that's going here.
It's going very well. I can sort of back up what Greg said. As far as the benefit, I would think customers need to think as far as coming with us would be that we have fantastic communication. We have our own underwriters. We prepare our own closing packages, and the turn time is awesome.
All right, very good. So you'll be able to visit with you, Shannon, and Ann will both be at the Home Fest coming up on March 1st. So stop by their booth. You guys will be there with information. If anybody's thinking about refinancing or they got a need for construction loans or anything like that, you'll be able to help them right there, right?
That's right.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
All right, and Greg, how many locations now here for Vantage South in the Eastern North Carolina area?
In Eastern North Carolina, we have probably 35 locations and others in the Triangle as well, and have 4 offices in Greenville. It's gone well. The transition really has gone well. We have a good team. We have a executive team that is focused on Eastern North Carolina, which I think is very important. So we just want to make sure that everyone knows that we are local. We are Vantage South Bank.
Our friends at Vantage South Bank. All right, big day Saturday, and the weather looks like it's going to cooperate. You know what we need for the home show? We need for it not to be really, really cold, but we need a little bit of rain so people will need something to do inside. And that's exactly what the forecast looks like right now. So cancel your out-of-town trips this weekend. Come over to the Greenville Convention Center. The Greenville Home Builders Association's big Home Fest show. Our radio stations are co-sponsoring again this year, and we're giving away a dream kitchen makeover, and we have a new qualifier right now on the telephone. Good morning. You are the right caller. Who's this?
This is Susan.
Susan, what's your last name?
Creason.
Creason. And you're from where, Susan?
I'm from Greenville.
All right. You got a free ticket to come to the show on Saturday by being the right caller this hour, and you're also qualified to win the Dream Kitchen Makeover, and I think that drawing is going to be about 4 o'clock. So whatever you were planning Saturday, cancel it because you're coming to the home show.
I'll be there for sure.
You must be present to win. That's the way this works. So our folks will get with you, and we'll get everybody registered up, and you'll be there and have a chance to win a new kitchen. Do you need a new kitchen?
Absolutely. I would love it.
All right. Well, you're going to get one if you win, courtesy of Ferguson, Garris Evans, Boyd's Carpet and Flooring, Aspen Tops, Bostic Sugg, Eddie Stallings at Stallings Mini Storage, and 24 Restore. Susan Creason. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll get the information to you. That's it for today, everybody. Enjoy your Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Cable 7, your hometown station.